Hey guys, hopefully you're having a fantastic day because I sure am. And today I wanted to talk about my opinions on the CSGO team that left its organization. And if you like the videos, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because it helps me out a lot. It's free and supports my work. Anyway, if you don't know, Dreameaters, they just lost their roster and their whole organization. So the Dreameater roster has parted ways with the effective organization immediately, and the players have been, confirmed to hl.tv.org that they aren't playing for them anymore. So what basically means is that these teams were either not getting paid enough, either had terrible organization with the event or with the organization, and these teams are not paid as much as you think, and the media tries to portray it as these esport players. They're getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars, but that doesn't seem to really be the case. They actually just get barely paid. So here's what happened. So the owner of Dreameaters, so the CEO, actually said that they paid all the salaries except May, and it basically said that they will pay them from the sticker earnings from the CSGO major. And the players, however, opted to collect the entire sticker sum while forfeiting the prize winnings from their recent tournaments to the organization, which I think is pretty fair, however, because they weren't doing pretty well. But with the two amounts being almost the same, it was that too, according to CEO, so that was a lot better to them for some reason, because, well, I think that's a pretty fair conclusion for them to be paid by their own personal stickers rather than their tournament winnings. So Dreameaters chief noted that he wants further compensation, explaining that the players were fully supported by the organization while preparing for a cease minor and for the major, and vowed to contact tournament organizers to act as the team will not be allowed to compete till the situation is resolved. So basically, the team itself showed a middle finger to Dreameaters, to the organization, and said, hey, we're not gonna pay playing for you anymore, you're not paying us good, you're not paying us at all. And there's always two sides to this story. There's the CEO and then there's the team. So I think here's the huge difference. So tension between Dreameaters and the team has already threatened to boil over after the players had revealed to hl.tv.org, which is a huge, esport news site, and where all the matches are, they were weighing up their options in light of coach Alexander Zoner's removal without the team consent. So what actually happened is the team coach got removed, and nobody told them that he was probably replaced by someone who was a lot, working for less pay or anything in that regards. So hl.tv reached out to the coach for a comment of the matter, and the team captain admitted that the relationship with Dreameaters has reached a breaking point and stressed that the players want nothing to do with the organization. So the organization is fucked now because they have a terrible ex-team playing for the majors, and I really wanted to give my opinions on this because it's not all cookies and milk. Everyone thinks, oh, I'm gonna be entering the esports scene, I'm gonna be making shit tons of money, everything is gonna be working out so well for me, but it doesn't always seem to be like that. It usually seems that they are always getting 3 to 4 months delay on wages and prize money payments, in addition to unpaid wages from 5 months ago, so they weren't paying them at all. And they even got lucky to get even in the organization. So also negative interactions between the organization and the team. So the organization basically saying, hi, well, you suck, here you go, why are we even paying you so much money because you don't provide us enough profits. And they also thought that the dismissal of the coach was after a productive results at the major. He still got fired even though they performed real well, which they didn't agree to it at all. So there's a really big difference between these majors, between these organizers and between these pro players and their opinions. And that's what I think is a huge issue, because a lot of these organizers put huge pressure on these players and don't pay them at all, or just expect them to play for minimum wages or no wages at all. and still trying to get them to play really well while making a lot of profit from themselves. Of course, I think the organization CEO could have his own side of the story, which he said that he paid out a lot of money, or it paid out a lot of money now. But I still think being in an organization is really hard work you can do, especially so many esport players retiring early. There's a huge issue in that. But after a long and detailed conversation among the team, due to above listed reasons, we have now made decisions to part ways with this organization and sever our contacts. Despite the situation, we are ready to forfeit our prize winnings, which we have yet to receive, so they haven't actually received the prize winnings from the CIS Minor, Berlin Major, the Tricolor Show Match, and Games Clash Master 2019, in favor of the CEO, a sum that exceeds his share of the sticker money. So while they split kind of the money from the sticker prizes, something is that the CEO also gets. So this decision was made for one simple reason: we would like to discontinue other further dealings with this organization. And I feel pretty bad for the coach, I mean for the CEO, because, well, he basically lost his whole team, and what's happening now is there's a new Dreameaters coming into play, but they aren't as good as everyone thinks. They're actually pretty terrible. The grand prize for their tournament joining in is $100,000, but then again, I don't think they will actually get to that. So what actually the CEO said is, we had a difficult period in the spring of 2019 when we had long salary delays. We agreed with the players that if that remains, it will be compensated from the share of organization stickers. However, we have closed all debts except May. For May, we gave 240 Heijin monitors to the players and agreed that the rest of the debt will be paid out of share of the stickers. So that's their side of the story, and now the situation is like this. All 6 people, players and coach, are going to leave the organization, taking with them the percentage of what they owe to the team. In exchange, according to the players, we should keep the prize money team has earned recently from the tournaments. The amount is almost the same. However, our position is simple. During the preparation for CIS Minor and Berlin Major, players lived on the territory of the organization, received a salary, and were supported financially in every way. So that's the CEO's opinion. Oh, they were bad and played a lot, but a great deal of money has been spent. We believe that they should be compensated by players or by an organization that takes them to themselves. In fact, it's just an attempt to throw by paying off the money that has already belonged to us. So he was actually saying that, oh, we already paid them, but now they want even more money, which it's where the conflict arises actually. So we will not leave this situation, and just like that, we will contact all official TOS and organizations in order to remove the players from participating in tournaments until the situation is resolved. So what the CEO is actually trying to do is get these players to, stop going into other organizations or teams or something like that. They don't want to find anyone new because they think they're basically scamming them. The whole team is trying to scam him, and well, I don't think they're gonna find a team that fast if they have such a bad reputation, but they're pretty good players. So I think there's 2 sides of the story to this, and who do I agree with? I think the CEO is kinda right here. Well, why? Because he has been making delays. He said that there will be delays, and in esports it's pretty normal that a lot of teams, aren't making money consistently, so of course they can't pay out the wages, but he paid them later on, and what they basically did is, after he replaced the coach, they just all fucking quit, they went away. And no matter how good a person may be, no one gives him the right to disrespect his colleagues, and team maintenance is very expensive and absolutely non-profitable business, which I definitely do agree with the CEO here. And even more when a team that shows no stable results, as it was half a year ago, so they were playing pretty poor, and he was still paying them. Well, he stopped paying them later, of course, that's why they left. And it's great that players have complaints about the organization's work everywhere, and everyone has actual complaints. But where the team is now is not the only merit of players. This is a common work of many people, not professional and it's disrespectful, he said. In 10 cases out of 10, I would have fired coach in the same way, and the overall picture, in my opinion, is not in favor of the players. Of course, we had difficult period, that is a fact, but what is happening now is way too much. So what the coach is basically saying, or not the coach, the CEO, is he's not really happy with the situation, and these players fucked him over and he's pissed off, and he thinks, just because I fired a coach doesn't think everyone should leave him. Such is life, and really the coach did not make a lot of money from this team. That's why he wasn't paying them in actuality. And I definitely have to take the side of the CEO here, because he fired the coach probably for some pretty good reasons he had, and the players didn't agree to that. But I want to let you know your opinions in the comments, by the way. And Dreameaters right now is gone, or the Dreameaters team is ex-Dreameaters basically, but I don't trust that as a team of itself or an organization. And that's how quickly a esports team can disband, just like in a sec. Of course, this wouldn't go for top tier teams such as Astralis, Liquid, Fnatic, any League of Legends tier 1 team. Basically, there should be some repercussions for these players just leaving like that, and it has been terrible. So not being paid in esports, it's pretty normal. That's what we can learn from this story. Hopefully you like the video. Be sure to check out my other playlist in the comments or in the description. And this is Fatman, sign out. Peace, guys.